Okay, great stuff, Iwao. Two kind of final parting questions for you. One is, what's one thing you wish you would have known, say, 2 or 3 years ago as it pertains to data and analytics?
Great question. Honestly, Tom, I wish I knew GM had such an extensive data and analytics program. Historically, GM has kept a somewhat low profile on our amazing programs in data and analytics. And, I look at programs like our discussion today. I wish I had seen some of that. I wouldn't, because I didn't know about these programs, I wouldn't have considered joining General Motors from the NFL. I wouldn't have considered joining from American Express. But now I know, and I can safely say, as a lifelong auto enthusiast, I am 100% in my dream job. And quite frankly, this is also why talent are my top 1, 2, and 3 priorities. I want to make sure top analytic professionals see the same opportunity I do now that I'm part of General Motors. There is an amazing transformation that's happening not only in General Motors, but in the industry more broadly. Automotive and tech are coming together in ways we couldn't have imagined many years ago, and data and analytics is serving as the bond that ties them together. So hopefully that helps, but I wish I knew this 2 years ago.
Excellent. One final question, Iwao. What excites you most about the future of data and analytics within the automotive industry in particular?
Well, I would say a couple things. And so this will be a sort of a 2-part longer answer, but I do think it's a nice way to conclude our discussion today. The first part, and we talked about this in the context of vehicle data, it's the increasing pools of data that's being generated, creating leading technologies and innovations that deliver customer value. As you know, Tom, that's a top priority for us. Data and analytics are really key to unlocking new ways to do this. Let me give you a couple of examples. OnStar, right? OnStar is a brand that speaks to safety and security. It's been out there for 25 years, and it's through data and analytics that we're expanding into new offerings. OnStar Insurance, which you may have seen some recent announcements about, this is a great example of how we're using our expertise in data as well as vehicle technology to offer insurance that's personalized. It's personalized to the customer, to certain driving habits, at a segment level. And in a privacy-friendly way, we're thinking of hundreds of other delightful experiences for our customers, letting them know that they have an upcoming repair need, reminding them that they have OnStar and they can remote start their vehicle on a cold day from their phone. Providing relevant offers on accessory purchases. And here's one that's really cool. Why not provide an Amazon-like track your vehicle as it's being built on the assembly line? Well, it turns out we're already doing that. We're doing that with some of our really terrific vehicles, including the Cadillac Escalade. And so that would be part one. Part two takes me back a long ways. It takes me back to, I didn't mention one job to you because it was my first job out of business school. I started, in fact, as a finance professional post my MBA at JP Morgan Chase. And at that time, as a finance professional, I offered a 20-year prediction. Because at that time, there were very, very few CFOs, Tom, that were being tapped for CEO positions. And I said, well, now that I'm learning more about how finance can power multiple functions, marketing, operations, customer service, I said, eventually all of these functions are going to be led by financially literate executives. And CFOs will be regularly tapped for CEOs. And of course, we now know that to be the case. It's probably been true for the better part of a decade. Tom, my 20-year prediction for the data and analytics field is I believe over the next 20 years, chief data officers will be tapped more and more for CEO positions. More and more functions, marketing, operations, customer service, customer experience, they're going to be led by data-savvy senior executives. And to me, this is such an exciting time for young professionals to join the field. It's such an exciting time for young students to consider studying data and analytics. So that's the second piece. It really, really excites me. Tom, thanks so much for having me today. This was terrific.
Very cool vision for the 20 years, data-driven leaders leading data-driven enterprises. So Iwao, thank you so much for your insights and joining us today. To our audience members, please visit cdomagazine.tech for this and additional interviews. We look forward to seeing you soon.